What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zoe, Nowadays off DFS, here to bring you that NBA slate breakdown for the 7-game NBA slate. If you guys are new here, you guys looking for DFS content, prop plays, or anything like that of the sort, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the breakdowns and stuff that I put out. And make sure you hit that like button. Let me know that you guys are enjoying the content. If you're looking for your prop plays and things like that, check the link down in the description below. I have already posted prop plays for the NBA slate and for the NFL showdown for the Chargers taking on the Raiders. So that has already been posted. Props have also been posted. For the week so far, we are 13 out of 20 for the plays that we have posted. Last night, we went 5 of 9 for those plays. I had a couple of funky, just weirdness. Tyrese Maxey didn't do anything, which is just really strange. Trae Young went nuclear. I had the under for him on his points. Tyus Jones didn't get anything going in regards to his rebounds and assists. And then DeJounte Murray, he literally legit hooked. Didn't really do anything when he came back in the fourth. And he was honestly really close and then just had a really great run towards the end of the game. But it was just honestly too late for him at that point. But nonetheless, going right back to it, already got the plays posted for tonight. Looks really good. I really do like a lot of the plays that I already have posted. A lot of them, unfortunately, due to price picks, bumps, they have push potential, but still definitely some good plays. So check that out if you guys are looking for your props. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into our NBA breakdown. As always, going to go ahead and look at the injury report and stuff like that to see what we need to keep an eye on for tonight. Really, it's not too much that I feel like we necessarily have to. We got a lot of the news that we need. Some games we do need to get some clarification, like the Minnesota Timberwolves, what's going on with Anthony Edwards, Jalen McDaniels. Both of those guys definitely need to know. Derrick Jones Jr. would definitely want to know if he's going to be playing. I do expect Jaylen Brown to play tonight, so I don't expect him to miss. Porzingis, he's going to play. Alex Caruso, if he's in, he's in. He's out, he's out. Really not too interested. Kobe White, he's been leading this charge over here for them. We already got the news that all the Miami guys that have been missing, they're going to miss once again tonight. For the Brooklyn Nets, Dorian Finney-Smith off the bench, really don't care too much. That's nothing that I have to worry about. Jamal Murray, he should be good to go and playing tonight. Same thing for Aaron Gordon. He should be good to go and as well playing. KCP has already been ruled out, so Schroeder will slide into that starting spot. Really, probably a decent value play right there for the fact that we get Schroeder, even with Jamal Murray being back and the usage that he's gonna take in this position spot. But still, Schroeder has played really well over his last 2 games, so I see why they would give him the start if he actually does start here. For Utah, we already got word that Lauri Markkanen, he's going to be out tonight. He is not going to play. So biggest thing, we just need to know if John Collins is going to be back. But same old for the Utah Jazz. They're finally starting Colin Sexton. That's really good right there. I know Keontae Dorsey left last night's game with an injury. Portland definitely would like to know if Brogdon's going to be in or out. Same thing with Ayton. Those guys, they kind of shake up the lineup, but they definitely play better with Brogdon playing in the lineup, and so with Ayton, not really a big difference. Over here in the last game, Trey Lyles, I do expect him to play. Do have my eye on him as a sneaky value play on tonight. And then, of course, my OKC Thunder, we are back. We're fully healthy. We're good to go on tonight's slate. So that's really the injury report breakdown right there. Going over to the actual slate itself, I stopped doing the game-by-game breakdowns. Instead, I really just go ahead and just attack the slate in regards to how we're going to actually break it down, how we're going to actually attack it. Like always, starting out looking at the top studs that we want to consider to put and build our lineup around. For me, I normally like to build around at least 2 studs, which is normally what I get. I don't care in regards to how much the price is right out the gate. I'm looking more of who do I feel like is in the top spots that I can actually build around. And right now tonight, of course, when you have a slate that has the Joker, Luka Doncic, with the usage and everything they demand, I definitely can see going more towards Doncic, considering that there is no Kyrie, the usage and everything that he has. He's like averaging a 35% usage rate over his last couple games. And that's even with Kyrie. He still has such a massive usage rate. But the Joker sitting at 12K with Jamal Murray being back, not necessarily going to be the usage monster that he's been with Jamal Murray being out and Aaron Gordon when he was out, for that matter of fact. But definitely can see a pivot, taking that $100 savings and coming down to Luka Doncic. Don't mind him here, especially going up against Minnesota. Definitely are going to need him in this position spot, and I really do actually like the upside for Luka here. Going up against him. Opposing point guards versus them have done pretty decent over the last couple of games. Where we've had CJ McCollum, Derrick Rose didn't have the best game, but Vassell, Terry Rozier, Shea, and De'Aaron Fox, all of them posted some really great fantasy point numbers going up against them. So definitely don't mind coming out here for Luka going up against them. On the other side of that, SGA, don't mind him here going up against the Kings. We know that matchups, whenever it is a back and forth and more of a tougher matchup, I'll say, where it is expected to be a closer game, and it's not one of those games where they should definitely blow them out, like going up against Portland, Utah, or something like that, Shea does come to play. So definitely do have interest in Shea, especially for what I consider would be a close game. They will need him on to put him on his back here in this position spot. But of course, with the step up that we've seen from J-Dub and from Chet, so on and so forth, but still Shea uses monster and everything that dude goes up there and gets. He should be able to go out there and get his. Don't mind him, but I do like coming out here to Sabonis at 9'3", should dominate in this matchup. Opposing centers have still been able to dominate going up against the Thunder. Kelly Olynyk and Kevon Looney were the last two centers playing up against us. They really didn't do too hot, but before then, Şengün, Derek Lively, Anthony Davis, Rudy Gobert, Joel Embiid, Nikola Vucevic, all these guys posted 40+ fantasy points going up against him. Domantas Sabonis, we know the upside. He has triple-double upside. The rebounds will be there. He's going to gobble those up. The points, we know he can go out there and score. The playmaking, the assist that he can go out there and get. All of those things, and he averages more assists at home than he does on the road. So I really do like the upside for Sabonis here, especially at 9'3". I really do like that, and I don't mind trying to figure out a way to go ahead and just play. You can do a game stack of SGA and Sabonis, both those really great piggybacks to run with each other and go with, or going with Sabonis and Luka Doncic as my main two studs that I want to build around and just figure out where I can get everything else from. Now, some other guys that we should definitely go ahead and mention. Kawhi Leonard has been playing bonkers over the last couple games. Let me make sure that Paul George is going to be playing tonight for the Clippers. Paul George, he is a game time decision. I forgot to cover this one. I'm sorry, guys. Paul George, he's a game time decision for tonight. If PG is going to be out, we will see a usage bump for Kawhi Leonard and just everything that he brings to the table. Terrence Mann, still low usage player. James Harden, he'll have a little bit of a bump. And then, of course, Russell Westbrook. I wouldn't expect them to bring Russ into the starting lineup, so we shouldn't have to worry about that at all. But definitely, if PG misses, Kawhi Leonard, the usage is just going to be there. Plus, with no Draymond Green, with the stupidness that this man has been, and it is ridiculous. But Draymond Green, he's going to be out, so not too worried about that in a sense. But definitely, Kawhi Leonard would be someone I would look to if I'm wanting to have a late night hammer. I really do like the upside right there for him. And then, like I said, if you don't want to go with Sabonis, who's in a really good spot, don't mind going to De'Aaron Fox and starting on the other side. The amount of threes this guy's been taking over his last couple games is really interesting. I do like the 3-point attempts that I've been seeing from Fox. He's making them decently, but the usage as well that he has, looking for a bounce back game, got dominated against the Clippers. Really great bounce back spot for him. Some other honorable mentions that I don't mind that are in the 7K and up range. Chet, pretty decent spot for him. Opposing centers have done okay going up against the Sacramento Kings, and in that first game that he played going up against them, didn't have the best game of the season when he played them early in the season. 30 minutes, only dropped 24 fantasy points, but each time that Chet has gone up against a team that he's played prior, he's done much better in the second matchup, so I would expect a bounce back spot. And plus, he's been a little bit on a downslide in regards to his shooting, his scoring, and everything, so would expect a bounce back position here for Chet. All right, going to go ahead and look and talk about some value. Now, value for me is going to be anybody that's under 5K and below. Those are going to be my main guys I look for value. Now, with Keontae George being out, that's definitely going to open up some guys over here for the Utah Jazz. We already seen that Colin Sexton, he should get the start here in this position spot. I know that he finished out the game, but outside of Colin Sexton, we should see a bump in minutes in time for our boy Taylor Horton-Tucker. He's already been playing pretty decently off the bench for the most part, sporadic minutes, but with no Keontae George, I would expect THT to see a bit more minutes, a bit more run. Definitely has a pretty good usage whenever he's out there on the court. At 5K, really do like the upside for him, especially going up against Portland. This should definitely be a back and forth, two bottom of the barrel teams going up against each other, so I do not mind that. Another player from the Utah Jazz that I will take a stab at, and I don't mind. He's been my kryptonite early in the season, but Ochai Agbaji, I don't expect him to start or anything of the sort, but the minutes, if you're going to tell me he's going to play at least upwards of 20+ minutes out there, I know he has not been the best, not been the greatest fantasy point producer, but at 4,500, I don't mind taking a stab there. Not saying that he's a must, but definitely someone to keep your eye on that I would consider. Now, if you're going to fade Sabonis, I don't mind going to the backup in Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles off the bench has been phenomenal for the Kings, and has been practically almost a fantasy point per minute producer whenever he is out there on the court, and I really do like the upside that we can get for him. Definitely, especially off the bench. Really do like the upside that we can get right there in this position spot for Trey Lyles, so someone I would definitely keep an eye on. And then last but not least is going to be my boy, if he actually does get the start and slid into the starting lineup, is going to be Julius Strawther. Back-to-back games, 38 and 30 fantasy points. I expect him to more likely be the chalk, especially if he isn't out as starting. I don't care that Jamal Murray is going to be back at 4,600, a player who can go out there and do more than just give me some points. We can see he has some defensive upside, can definitely rebound and also get some assists, things like that. I understand Jamal Murray did not play in this game on the back-to-back, but still, he played in this game where Julius Strawther went out there and played 28 minutes against the Hawks and dropped 38.25 fantasy points. That was with Jamal Murray playing. So I really don't mind going to Strawther down here as another play. More than likely will be the anchor in regards to my value plays that I'll go to. Like I said, definitely Taylor Horn-Tucker, really do like him, the upside. Trey Lyles, if you're not going to place a bonus, a really great spot that you can go to right there in regards to him. And then probably just rounding out with Strawther or Braun, because Braun should see usage bump, especially off the bench, with the fact that Strawther should be inserted into that starting lineup. So you definitely have some different ways that you can go in regards to value. Decent spots for some value. Now, some mid-tier options, some mid-tier guys that you can go to possibly fill out your lineup. That's going to be everybody that's in between our 7K and our 5K range right there. Kelly Olynyk with no Lauri Markkanen playing, we definitely should see Kelly O get out there. Coming off a really great game in the last game out that he just played. I went out there, he played 30 minutes, gave us 32.5 fantasy points. So the upside definitely going to be there for him. Rebounding, assist, only scored 9 points, but still gave us 32.5 fantasy points. And that's with no blocks of steal. That's really good. Without Keontae George, playmaking, we know Kelly Olynyk, he's really good in regards to that aspect. And Portland, they tend to actually give that up to opposing power forwards. Now, if John Collins is going to be out, Kelly O should go ahead and slide into that starting lineup as well. So that would be a really great spot for him. If they do actually go ahead and start him. Outside of that, some other mid-tier guys that we could possibly look to go ahead and fill it out. Maybe Keegan Murray would be another one that I would have some consideration on. Tim Hardaway Jr., if you believe that he can go back-to-back in regards to just the crazy scorching night that he just recently had. And Nick Claxton would be the last one that I rounded out in regards to some possible mid-tier guys that you can go to. All right. Yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. I will get my cheat sheet and I'll have core up hopefully within the next hour. Going to wait for some of the news that we're waiting on to go ahead and break. Make sure we get the confirmation that Strawther is going to be in that starting lineup. I really do expect him to. Anyway, but once we get some of these news that I am waiting on, we'll get the core out. We'll get the player pool out for you guys. And like I said, if you guys are looking for those props that are already up for tonight's slate, hopefully you guys do cash out and have a great night. Peace.